Welcome to the Truthzilla bonus episode. And just for some context, we're recording this right before the 4th of July. And I just received a special tweet message from our governor, Kate Brown. And these guys next to me, they haven't heard it yet. But I think that we all can, we're all big Kate Brown fans, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's our governor. She's our governor. Okay, so this is from your governor, Kate Brown. Wearing a mask is a simple, common sense way to protect yourself and others. A mask should not be another way to divide us. Masks save lives. This 4th of July, don't accidentally kill someone. Whoa! Wear a mask and social distance.
Wear a mask and social distance. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Don't accidentally kill someone.
So now, isn't that...
Don't accidentally kill someone.
So isn't that what we said on last week's bonus episode, where I was like, we're literally spitting phlegm down old people's throats and killing them, and she said it herself.
Yeah,
she's parodying her own self.
Don't accidentally do that.
She's like, it's a parody of herself. Like, this is like, are we in clown world yet?
We're in 100% clown world
yet. Like, we got a copyright a copyright claim last week for using the clown music. But damn it, we're using that anyway because that's how crazy this is, man. We're doing it for you, folks. We're getting copyright claims for you because, we need more clown music. We'll probably put some clown music on this one too. I don't know. So we're just, this inspired us. Let's just go through Kate Brown's social media a little bit. What a wonderful thing. First of all,
she's a kind and a decent human, and I just want to say I think she has all of our best interests in mind.
So
she's a peach.
She is a peach.
Yep. Another one.
It's good math.
Yes, we have a change this 4th of July weekend to keep Oregon's COVID-19 numbers from following the skyrocketing trajectory of Texas, Florida, and Arizona. Hold on, it's interesting that they point out those 3 states in particular. What do all 3 of those states have in common, right?
Are those Democratic states?
Oh, are they? I thought. Oh yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Wait. Okay. Pay attention here. What's the agenda? What's going on here? Okay. We don't want to end up like the deplorable Texas, Florida, and Arizona. Now, another thing that begs the question is how. Texas, Florida, and Arizona, they're getting. Where's the corruption going on here? Are they because now they're playing ball a little bit too, right? You heard about all these I don't know, but what's the agenda? We don't want to end up like them. You can save lives again by keeping gatherings small and wearing a face covering. What happens next is up to all of us. Think hard before you gather with people outside your household. It says it right here.
Yeah. What did I say about sitting so freaking close? This is ridiculous. We're endangering each other.
Totally.
Think hard. So, you guys, we're under attack. Don't you see it? God, think hard before you gather with people outside of your household. That's what it says. COVID-19 cases are on the rise. It's up to all of us to see what happens next.
Dude, you guys are going to come over to my house for this barbecue, and I have little spots for you to stay in.
Yes, there's going to be X's. Ed, I am not coming to your...
I'll be in your backyard blocking you on social media.
Yes. Ed, I am not coming to your barbecue unless there are X's taped on the floor here.
Well, if you're not wearing your mask, you're not coming at all.
Come on. God, okay. Oh, I had a few respirators. They should be on order and should be here. Okay, here we go. We had an incident earlier today where several state troopers walked into a coffee shop here in Oregon.
Oh my God!
And they refused to put a mask on because fuck you, I'm not wearing a mask, right?
I mean, the response to people.
So the police were exercising their constitutional right, is just to be clear.
So this brings up a great point, Megan. What was that? So I guess earlier in the week there was a little.
The Supreme Court, or the comment she made on the Supreme Court's decision on the was it Louisiana? Yeah, Louisiana abortion case. So I'm going to read this. Let's read Katie's let's read Katie's response. Quote: Today the U.S. Supreme Court took action to uphold constitutional protections of women's reproductive rights and freedom. The court's decision today affirms what we know. Everybody should have the freedom to make their own decisions about their health, their families, their lives, and their future.
Whoa! So that means...
Wait, I'm going to tell you what day that was?
What?
June 29th. What else happened June 29th? Mask mandate. Oh. Mask mandate.
Oh, she said that we don't have to wear masks.
Yeah, if I can make my own decision about my health, that means I don't have to wear masks, right?
This just means we can keep killing babies.
No mandatory vaccines anymore, right?
Right. No, this just means we can keep killing babies, and definitely they're gonna want you to have that mandatory vaccine. But you have to wear your mask too.
Mandatory vaccines kill babies, though.
They do, Ed.
It's so twisted.
And actually, that is something like on a serious note. Have you guys guys noticed that the rate of SIDS is lower than it's ever been since children have not been going to their well visits. I wonder what's going on there.
Interesting point. So in response to, so that's a great point. Like, so do we have medical freedom? Do we have the ability to make our own health decisions for us and our families and our futures?
Absolutely
I don't think
not.
so. Not, at least not in Oregon here, you know. So in response to these state troopers who are exercising their own, autonomy over their own decisions about their health and their future, right? Kate Brown blasts back, saying, "It is inexcusable that a few state troopers disregard my face covering requirement yesterday and ignored a request." So it's all about her. It's all about her. What a diabolical, narcissistic psychopath.
She's a total psychopath run amok. She's an absolute tyrant. She's completely out of control. She has stepped all over our state's constitution. Everybody's standing back and watching her like this is all just fine. And all of her new doctrines coming out with at her sole discretion, at her sole discretion. She's, what's the latest thing we're reading? That she's going to suspend due process, right?
Due process has been suspended in Oregon. Yep.
So Katie the tyrant.
Yep, House Resolution 4212. Look into that. It made it so that circuit court judges can postpone custody and trials. Anyway, so this post goes on.
For those of you rioters out there.
Yeah. Okay. So that's another funny thing, right? This is okay. I was not gonna say this, but I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. Okay. All right. It's like, okay. So we have people protesting fascism, anti-fascism. Yes, we are anti-fascist as well.
Yep.
We are anti-fascist as well. Let me say it 1,000,000 times. Okay.
Anti-fascist.
But I don't think we get to pick and choose what type of fascism that we're opposing.
Yeah.
Yes, this fascism over here is not okay. Okay.
Yep.
But this fascism over here, yes. In fact, this is great. I love it. I am so in support of this fascism over here. Right. It's fucking bullshit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm opposed to all this fascism and this Kate Brown bullshit. Look, she goes on to say, just reprimanding on these poor troopers on Face fucking book. All right.
Imagine her fucking arrogance.
Yeah, Oregon State Police Superintendent Hampton and I agree that their actions and behaviors are absolutely unacceptable. Let me make this crystal clear. No one is above the law. Superintendent Hamilton and I...
Wait,
now it's the law?
Wait, did she say no one is above the law, Scott?
Yeah. Oh, wait, I think maybe... Hold on.
Okay.
No one except her, right?
Right.
Yeah, so let me make this crystal clear. No one is above the law. Superintendent Hampton and I expect the Oregon State Police to lead by example. This virus threatens us all, regardless of our job titles. Oregonians are wearing face coverings to protect ourselves, our families, and our community. Wait a minute.
But I thought we had the right to
we
make
had the
our
right to
choices
choose
on our
because she
bodies
just-
and
But
the-
she did say the court's decision today affirms what we know. Everybody should have the freedom to make their own decisions about their health, their family, their lives, and their future. End quote. Kate Brown, June 29th, the same day that she made
Announced
sure
it.
that we did not have the ability to make our own decisions about our health, families, lives, or
Well, now
future.
watch this. And now she's extorting us. She's
Oh, yeah.
practicing actual extortion right here when she says, if you want your favorite restaurants and shops to stay open, wear a face covering and practice physical distancing to reduce the spread of the disease.
And I have to say, I heard that argument. I called a friend just a day ago or something, and it's like he's not maybe. I don't know if he's where he's at with this virus thing, but he's like, just to wear the mask so we don't have to like close the businesses again, you know? Just like, and so it's just another level of keeping us divided and bullshit, you know? Like, come on, like we need to make a stand somewhere. And it's so contradicting. Everywhere you look, it all contradicts itself.
You guys,
about
and this is just a foot in the door too. Like this is, I mean, on all jokes aside, like this is how they oppress us a little bit at a time. So the next thing is going to be our children, our young children, and it's going to be, they're not going to be allowed to grow up in something that's normal. And if we don't do something collectively, if we don't take a stand against tyranny, it will continue to stand against us. And if she will subvert the Constitution in these matters, why would anybody believe that she won't do it in others? What makes you feel safe under this tyrannical dictatorship that she has rolled out? It's so blatant. How anybody could still be on board with any of her agendas is completely blowing my mind, and it terrifies me for the future of my children and the future of Oregon. It's absolutely subversive, and it's horrible for all of us. Her agenda is horrible for all of us.
And it's the same thing. Like I think what you're talking about, it's censorship. You know, just because they're not censoring what you don't want them to now, don't think they won't censor what you do want to be censored at some point.
Yep.
If you don't stop it at this point, it's gonna affect you at some point. You're not always gonna support support it. So you have to put your foot down. You have to put your foot down before it's taking away the rights that you don't want to lose, because it's infringing on all our rights at this point.
And look, guys, this is not about party division. Like, this is about principles. This is about American principles. This is about American democracy. And there are reasons why the Constitution isn't the federal Constitution and the constitutions for each state. She has sworn to uphold that document. She has sworn to conduct her office by the letter of that document, which she has stomped all over. That should terrify every one of us.
Absolutely. And if you're opposed to what we're saying, if you think that we're blowing it way out of proportion and we should just wear our masks like good little citizens, take a step back and realize that is your programming talking. That is your programming that's been programmed into you by an outside influence who doesn't have your best interest in mind,
right,
and who has supported this fucking bullshit. That is where that is coming from. It's not your own thoughts. If you think about it, it's not your own thoughts. Those are things that have been pushed into your head by somebody else that is trying to control your mind. And if you think that's crazy, then and it probably stings a little bit that I'm saying that, okay? But look, listen. It's okay. It's okay. You can.
It's been to every one of us. It's happened to every one of us.
You can wake up and come to the other side. It's okay. It's not. We welcome you with open arms. Like, we want you to come help us fight this fight, and don't be pissed off that I'm calling out this piece of you that is damaged. It's okay. It's all right. We want to help, and we want. It's just like that's just.
We want good things for all of us. We want good things for us collectively, and we all keep saying this. It's not us against each other. This is very much the American people against this tyrannical oppression, not just in this state, but in all of the states. And what is happening is an absolute blanket of a government oppression that is being handed down through the governors, as we're seeing it happen multiple states, but just to speak to ours in particular. So this is very much, all of our passion here at this table is to have us be united in truth. Sure. So, what we're coming to you with is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for us. We haven't always believed, and understood and known all of the things. We haven't always had, even thought to do the research that we've done to this point. So it's not about all us against each other. It is very much all of us against this oppression.
And that's why I have to say, like, I feel like I have empathy for the people who are not awake because I was not awake at one time. Yeah. Like, so I have to take that into consideration, and how hard it was, the painful process of awakening. It was difficult for me to confront the things that helped me come out there. But at the same time, I think some of the things that really helped me, and I'm trying to help other people with, is ask yourself why you believe what you believe. And did that thought come in your head from you critical thinking? And did you look at data? Did you define this information yourself, or was this information given to you? Was this information, who was it given to you by? And you have to look at these things.
It matters. It really matters. It's the only way you're going to get to the truth. It's the only way that you can make any kind of a reasonable opinion or a deduction for yourselves, is to actually have the information that you have gathered for yourself. For yourself, absolutely. Grant yourself the ability to have some free thinking, some avenues to question your own boundaries, because the truth is there. The truth is there, and the more of us that understand what that is, the more free we're going to be, guys. We're either going to be all the way stepped down on, or we're going to all the way stand up. There isn't going to be an in-between.
Sure. Yep.
I spend a lot of time digging into like hours and hours and hours a week digging into like original source documents. Okay, like a lot of them are like behind paywalls. You actually have to pay to get these documents, dude. Like, because they don't want you to find them that easily. I have to dig deep to find the stuff that backs up what I believe. You know what I mean? If you notice in the show notes, like, we have all these sources and we have all these stuff, and we have vetted researchers that I've come to grow to trust over the years. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I approach it, and I try to look at all sides of it. Right? I really do look at all sides of this stuff, and the data that I get from like the as sourced material as you could possibly get, these are the conclusions that I come to, and it's not good, man. And it's like, and so when you get fed all this stuff, like if it's like your friend sharing posts on Facebook from CNN, and if that's what you base your decisions on, you're programmed, and you need to stop doing that, dude.
And the same thing applies to, like, for me, I'm a more kind of a numbers guy, but as soon as I hear them use a number in a headline or on the TV, whatever, I don't watch a lot of TV, but articles or whatnot, the statistics are the easiest way to lie. Always go to the data itself. Look at the data yourself, and look at the data in context of the data around it. Do some digging, because chances are when they say, that the disease is spreading 80 times faster than we thought, that there's more to that story, and that the headline is made to think a certain way. That's what they do. But you have to get down to the actual data, break it apart, look at it in the context of what they're saying, and there's normally another story.
Like the death rates, right?
Yeah, death rates. The death rate's plummeting. These cases are up. We're testing way more than we ever have. I mean, you have to look at these things together, but also know they can manipulate that data.
Well, and let's never forget that we're still talking about a virus with over 99.5. I mean, it's 99.85.
99.74.
99.74 recovery rate. So
if you're under 49, I believe it's 99.95. I think it was.
So this is huge. This is huge, guys. And so when you're looking at numbers, and I think it's important too, when you're looking at the media, which hopefully everyone understands isn't independent journalism. This is not. There's an agenda. There is an agenda behind all mainstream media, and it is a singular agenda. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, I mean, just tying into this, just the Fed and what we just talked about. These same bankers that own all of our banks and whatnot are the same guys that own these media companies too.
Right.
So they're controlling the message and on all sides. It's just another example of
Bilderberg. They're all Bilderberg. I'm writing a piece right now about the big five media companies and all the CEOs currently right now. Comcast, what is it? National Amusements, freaking Disney. All these guys, they're all Bilderberg, dude. All of them. 100%.
Well, when you hear any of the stuff coming down, especially right now, this is such a historical time right now, and it feels like it's so complicated and so tender and so tenuous. Ask yourself when you're getting information, what is the agenda behind what you're hearing? Why are you being told this? Yep. What possibly who benefits? Because I promise you it's not the American people. I promise you it is not the citizens 100%. Of Oregon. This is not about the coronavirus. And you need to be asking yourselves, because first of all, it's incumbent upon us so that these elected officials don't get out of control. We are supposed to question these things. We need to be looking into these things.
They're in service of the people.
Absolutely. And furthermore, our rights are being subverted. And you can laugh all you want that it's just the few dissenters that don't want to wear masks. This is not about a mask, and it's not about the coronavirus. And you guys need to be very, very mindful and careful of your freedoms being removed with your blessing.
Yep, and that's the way they do it, man. They did it after 9/11. It's just could not wait to give away our freedom for protection from the evildoers, man.
And I heard, I think it was Charlie Robinson. I was listening to one of his the other day. It's like you think about the TSA. How many terrorists has the TSA caught at this point?
Right.
Like what? Why do we still have the freaking TSA? Why do we have the TSA?
Ask yourself these questions.
Ask them. Ask away. All right. You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
Truthzilla. See you on Sunday. Peace.